All right, today on Greedy Pig Podcast, we are with Pittsburgh artist Swiv 400.
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it,
man. Big love. We in the city, man.
Yeah, man. Awesome to have you here. Excited to talk about the business part of the whole rap game here.
Yeah, man, where you want to start? It's crazy. Nah, man.
Well, like, so when did you start kind of rapping, or was it like since you've been young, or it's kind of something you picked up on?
I've been rapping since I was I started trying to write my own stuff to like Charlie Wilson songs and stuff when I was like probably 7.
Oh, really?
And then I was like really started rapping and writing music when I was like 14.
Okay.
So I did it like that. And then I think my first time recording, that was with Mike, 15. So.
Oh, you with Hit?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah. Mike Hit
that's
was
how
so
we
big.
actually got
That's how we
connected.
Nice.
Big
Shout out Mike Hit.
Yeah.
Shout out to
watch
Mike
the
Hit.
podcast, man. My man's hard.
Yeah, so what got you started in music? What made you want to do this career?
Well, I had spoke about it, a few times, but just growing up really diverse. Like I grew up with, influence with, Bone Thugs and Harmony. I got to hang out with these guys, and I said that on the one podcast. But it's just, I got to just be influenced with that, and then like my mom playing, I can't think of specific songs, but just every stuff, just in vibing and moving in the kitchen, and it's just like, I love all this stuff, I'm listening to country music and everybody, so it's just like, this is cool, that's it. I just always had like a little tune, just for, this is nice, I had guitar lessons growing up, and
So it's just kind of musical influence, stuff like that. Yeah, that's something I never got into. I was always more into sports, and I wish I could play instruments.
Man, I like sports too. I just can't. It's the team thing, man. It's the team. Like I don't know.
You like to be a solo act. That's all right. Hey.
It's like I like racing. Like I did the racing. I had said that, but big dirt bike guy.
Yeah. What kind of music do you think played the most influence on your sound now?
Probably like Fetty Wap, Young Thug, Wiz Khalifa, all the like the trippy hippie guys like Dizzy Wright. I gotta say Jaron Benton. I got a song with Jaron Benton coming. I got be quiet. I got a song with
Top Secret,
one of my biggest idols. So just like the kind of retro guys, retro like just they're just lit, they're just lit having fun,
So when you go to get somebody to be on a feature, how do you approach somebody that, say, has a bigger following than you and you want them to do a song?
I've always gone about it like, being blessed with knowing flames and stuff like that, with being influenced at the beginning of me doing music with the, opportunities to be around people that had traction. Then I had to be, more aware of like, okay, like we could contact them through like the small bubbles. I usually go by small circles, make big circle. So if my friends know some people, your friends know some people, so it's like, can we all get on a communicating basis?
Build that network.
Right.
Sure, that makes sense.
And then it usually works out, in a good favor. But, luckily Mike Hit, tapped me in with Max Greenfield, and we got a feature coming on the way that I ain't never thought was happening. So I'm super.
When's that getting released?
I don't know. I just laid the verse down, man.
Okay, still working on it.
Yeah, man. I'm super excited, man. Super.
That's awesome. So do you find the music community to be pretty supportive of each other, or is there like a lot of competition and cliques within the industry?
Man, I think with this kind of business that we're in, I think it's very it's like ego, like I think it's egotistical.
That's a word. Yeah, for sure.
Like it's just like kind of like your job is to be kind of like the popping guy first, but it's like that's why it's so crazy. Like even in a group like Strictly Street or a group with you're trying to be the big homie to like little kids and trying to do things. You don't want nobody to get envious of you, but you don't want to be like, oh, I'm just nobody.
Low man, yeah.
Right?
I
So it's just like you got like build yourself up and then know when to back off. And like be like, oh no, I ain't nothing, like but
Well, I guess like if you're kind of too, selfish, right? No one wants to work with you, so you might not build those connections like you talked about,
Facts.
Yeah. It's the same thing in every industry, right? Like never outshine the master. That's what they say.
Right.
You have to,
But who's the master? That's my thing. Who's the master? Like that's how I feel because like if you look at like Wiz and like even Flames, like he's a big dude. I sent you stuff. It's just he'll look at it and be like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Like he even said on the song that we kind of come out, I don't want to say too much, but who want to be famous now? Because everybody famous be the lamest now. As soon as you get famous, they trying to take you down.
That's true.
And it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like these people that are big and have traction are so focused on that job, they don't even know it half the time. They just be like, oh yeah, they know that song, great.
So how did you get connected with Flames?
My brother-in-law Ryan Rogers, out of Akron, Ohio. My father, has a lot of kids, but my brother-in-law knows Flames from like kids in high school and whatever they got going on, and he just tapped me in. I was making music at 15, and he was like, my mom's always been somebody that was like, I want my kid in a safe environment, not shelter, but I want to make sure he good, with good people. And Flames is, real good, role model dude. And Ryan just took the opportunity. He's like, hey, bro, you want to open for this guy? I got him. He's doing a show up in Ohio. Went up 15 years old, performed in the Vortex.
At 15?
Yes.
They
I'm
started.
sure that's intimidating, right? 15 years old.
I was so hyped up, bro. There was a bar in there, so I was like, oh, shoot. Like,
How'd it go?
It went good. I got good. Like, I was Marky T at the time. I wasn't Swiv 400. And I went in there, and Flames was like, yeah, this chubby kid's cool. Like, I was like, yeah, whatever. And we kind of talked it up, and I just stayed in contact with him. And then next thing you know, he's just always like, hey, you ready to come do a show? You ready? And 9 years later, he's like, welcome to Stricker Street. So.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And you said you've done shows like all across the United States. How do you think the Pittsburgh music scene differs from other states that you've been to?
I think Pittsburgh is like a ruthless, underdog city. I think we are somebody that's, man, like I said, egotistical. Like we're just somebody that's like, gimme. But wait, let me get it first. Once we get it, it's love for everybody. But I think like the Pittsburgh scene is so, man, I'm trying to get this, I don't know if we can, I'm trying to get this shit shined. I'm trying to get it good, and once we get it, it's all the way live. So I think it's more genuine in Pittsburgh. I think a lot of it. I think we get, like I said, slept on. We get, I know people said that, y'all Pittsburgh people country. Y'all people this, y'all people that. I'm like, man, we cool. I don't know. So.
No, I like that. Like the whole genuine thing. Like, I mean, I think like any like this kind of northeastern like area, I feel like it's more like you start going like Miami or like LA. It kind of gets,
I can't wait to go there. I want to go there.
Yeah. So in Pittsburgh right now, besides yourself, who do you think are some of the artists that have the biggest followings and stuff? So obviously there's the Wiz Khalifas, Mac Miller. Those are the two big names everybody thinks of when they think of Pittsburgh rap. But who's out right now that's doing some stuff?
I'm gonna just say CDA Youngin. CDA Youngin. CDA Youngin is. I'm performing with him tonight. I got a show later on in Butler, Pennsylvania, Pullman Park. Shout out Butler hip hop community. But no, CDA Youngin's got a lot of motion. He an independent artist too, and he just be around. Kind of like myself. I ain't never met him, so hopefully we can talk tonight and stuff like that. But I don't like it. Ruger Rome passed away this year. He was somebody that was like a biggie in Pittsburgh. Like one of those dudes. Like he had a lot of traction. He was a Flames guy to Pittsburgh. He had the community starting to really. Every time you seen him, it was a group of people. It wasn't just him. Like, and he didn't even cause it. He just had somebody with him. So like that was somebody we looked up. Too. But we busy.
Yeah,
I'm so busy. I don't know. I can't keep up sometimes. I listen to like Fetty Wap.
You're too busy making your own music to listen to other people's music.
Yeah, tight time. Trying to get in, contact with you guys and everything, all that.
Exactly. So what's something that you wish you would have known when you got into the music game that you know now, but you didn't know when you first started?
I wish I would have knew. Image is image. Like, bro, this image stuff is really just image stuff. Like, how simple, like, it really is. It's so not as deep as it has to come off in the eyes of like, the people. Not that it's, like, minor. It's just, like, I'll be telling these people, like, if you really wanted to be, like, special or, like, whatever you see, like, special or, like, whatever you call, like, successful, like, on Instagram, bro, it's not that hard. Just go and make it look good. But, if you have, like, I was so focused on image when I came into rap. I wanted friends. I wanted stuff like that. I wanted, like,
the following.
Yeah, I wanted the, gang relationship. I wanted the brotherly love. I wanted friends in the community to mess with me and everything. And I wanted to portray an image, so I was trying, real hard to get feedback from people, to get traction, get people to, like, be my friend. By the time I'm 18, I'm a drug addict. Like, shout out. It's, like, all bad. And I'm just like, oh, man, I need to sit down. I need to sit down and really think. And then by the time I went to jail, I got to really think. And that's why, like, this time we just more mature. We're trying to evolve. So, like, if there was something I could have known, like, bro, like, as much as I already knew, like, I didn't know. Like, it's this image stuff is really image. Like, you just got to get your own swag and do your own thing and just be yourself. Like, that's so cliche, but I promise you, just be yourself and keep doing it, and you're going to get people to like it.
Plus, I feel like it's easier, right? If you're just yourself, it's easy to keep that up. Whether if you're trying to put on this facade,
right?
It's hard to kind of keep that up because that's not who you are.
Exactly.
So that does make sense. It is a cliche, but
it's
true. It's it's a true one.
Exactly. Sometimes it's just that simple, man. It'd be like, dude,
be you, right?
Be yourself. It always works out the best way, I think.
And yeah, I know nobody really likes to go to jail, right? But would you say that you found it to be a positive experience because of the drug addiction? And you said you came out more mature?
Yeah, man. I went through psychosis real bad. Like, I was real messed up. And when I got to sit down, I did, like, 8-9 months in the hole. And I was like, I got to write books, diaries, pass notes, and just, like, all right, you're by yourself for 9 months. You better figure yourself out. And that's basically what happened. So I got to sit down, and I got to sit in time out, and then slowly migrate back into, like, general population. And I got to, be released. So that's like, all right.
Yeah, what do you say, 9 months by yourself?
Yeah.
That's, I feel like that had to be hard, right?
Oh, I mean, so bad. Like, missing your birthday, you're by yourself. You get 2 calls a week. No, I got 1 call a week on Wednesdays. Sometimes I had a cool guard I can get on the phone on Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, it's good that you were able to find opportunity, though, during that time. And you said you're reading some books. Any specific books that stand out that you recommend for people that are going through hard times?
Yeah, Thugs Cry is a really good book. I forget. No, the author's Cash. Cash is a book that I got told to read. What's the first book I ever read? I read in jail. It was Star Wars: Crisis at the Crystal Reef. That was what I read.
Okay.
It was good. It's like 200. It's 200 pages. Real good book. Like, quick, but somebody, like, put it in front of me and was like, old head, dreads, and he was like, look, bro, like, you gotta find something to do with your time. Like, you can't just sit in your cell and sleep all day. You can't da-da-da. And I'm not like somebody that was like not social. It just had no reason to talk to people. So he was like, bro, read this book.
Yeah.
Keep
yourself busy.
Thanks. Sure. And I just did it, and I really liked it. But then by the time I was in the hole, bro, I was writing books, because we didn't have them. So I was just giving them to people. Yeah, they resonated with it too.
Were you making music during that time too?
No, I wasn't even gonna make music when I got out of jail. Flames is the one that was like, all right, bro, you're out of jail. What's going on? I was like, nothing. I ain't got no music. And he was like, oh, it's time. It's time to get
back
ready.
at it.
Yeah.
No, that's good, though. Keep you motivated, kind of, get you back on the horse.
He's a cool dude, man. That's big bro for sure.
So what's your favorite part about the music game?
The favorite is, like, the best part is, like, I think now watching people, like, with podcasts, starting to pay attention to my personality a little bit more. Like, I've been known as just a party drug addict, like, mess up, like, for a long time. Like, I've been going in and out of jail, like, between 2021 and 2023, I went to jail 16 times. So, like, these people are like...
That's all I know.
They're like, bro, this dude's a mess up. Like, he's just, like, when's he going to get it together, man? Like, come on, man. And I'm just like, now they're starting to see, like, oh, he got a passion, bro. Like, he's doing something. Like, and, like, the people that are recognizing it, like, I go to work and people are like, hey, what's up, Swiv? Like, they're starting to call me Swiv. I'm like, ain't no way you call me Swiv. Like, I was at work the other day and, like, somebody was just playing music and, bro, like, oh, I said, what do you have on right now? Oh, this the EP. You got my EP, really? Like, you listening to it at work? That's cool. Like, you ain't doing that just for me. She's like, no, I do it. I'm like, all right, okay. Like, this dope. This is kind of what I like. I don't really like doing the shows. You know how you had spoke for a quick second? Like,
sure.
I like doing shows, but, like, I just said last night, like, I'm like a jack in the box. I have a lot of energy. Like, I'm a pie head, mushroom head, like, just having fun. Like, I want to be the life of the party, and I am the littlest. Like, I'm the youngest. I'm 24. Flames is older, has kids. Like, everybody has kids. I'm like the dude that's just running around like, hey, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
Turn up. And this is like, man, like, it's fun and stuff, but I get tired, and I need to, like, recharge and go on. So I'm like, yeah, the best part is whenever we can all just sit down, smoke, and then y'all are just like, yo, your music really hit, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. What do you think is the hardest part of it?
The hardest part is making you believe that I'm a rapper. Making you believe that I'm what the world claims a rapper is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just know, like you said, what's the downfall? The image, it's hard.
Just keeping that up.
Yeah, that's the expectations of people ain't cool. It's stressful, but that's part of it. You got pressure everywhere you go. Anything you do.
What is the image of Swiv 400?
Bro, relax, smoke, kick back. You see me on social media, man. Every time you see me, I'm retro whiz, Swiv. Like, I'm smoking weed. Like, that's Big Brother, I'm looking up to him. So if you see me, I'm on the same wave. We're smoking weed. We're having fun. We're just
chilling,
drinking,
having fun, yeah.
enjoying this, being young.
Yeah, hey, you're 24, man. You are pretty young. Enjoy it.
Just trying to get
We
by.
just turned 30, and we're like, oh,
how you like it?
I mean, nothing's really changed, but
exactly.
We were just saying it sounds a lot worse saying you're 30 than 29. I'm still in my 20s, or I'm 30 now. So.
Now you sound sophisticated.
There you go.
You sound sophisticated.
Yeah, I got the sophisticated words of wisdom there.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So as far as the business game goes, when it comes to rap, how does somebody say they start out, they want to get into music? How do they go about getting their first show or somebody to even listen to their music?
I say my thing was before I started really, like, before Ryan tapped me in with Flames and I had that stuff going on, I was just rapping. Like, I just liked rapping. Like, that's what we did. So I would suggest get in with your friends. When you got your speaker at school, hey, guys, y'all want to listen to this beat real quick? Just y'all want to rap on this beat real quick and just, play with it. If it's not good, who cares? Just have fun with it and just laugh with your friends. And then eventually your friends will start talking. Your friends will be like, hey, boy raps, man. Hey, call him over here. He raps and stuff. And then you'll end up having your own shows or little group events.
Yeah, that's a good way to start, right? Practice.
Like, you have like 15 people in a circle just rapping with you at the courts, like, it's pretty lit, so, but then eventually, you have to get with your community, man. Like, you got to talk to people. You have to be. If that's like, I'm an extrovert for sure, but I'm introverted, you know, and it's just like, you had to break that barrier down. You're just like, bro, you gotta go and talk to these people, and it's going to be times where these people are going to say, you know, F you, and I'm not trying to hear you, you know, but you gotta just. I
think that's like with everything, but especially with like performance-based stuff, where it's just, you know, like the kind of the fear of almost performing for people, or, you know, putting yourself out there. So like I think that hurdle is just the biggest one to break.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Have you ever had like a show or performance that just, you know, didn't go well at all? And
yeah, we again, shout out Butler Hip Hop. I've been rapping with them since we was like doing lives in the garage. So you want to talk about doing shows? Actually, now it's funny. It's like we started doing. I wasn't Levi, and Everett Brandon was making something together. They just did Butler hip hop community. They wanted to do rap. They wanted to look out for they wanted to do nonprofit and hang out with people. So this guy, you know, Brandon started going into the parking garage in Butler and just bringing speakers and bringing us live for Facebook and just rapping and like, hey guys, come on, we're having an event in the parking garage. You know,
not a bad idea. Put on Facebook Live, say, hey, you can area, come down.
Bro, like 2 or 3 people would show up at first. Like 2 or 3, like we'd just be rapping on live, and you know, people would be like, oh, you going over there to rap with them? I'm like, of course, bro. Like, yeah, they do what I like to do. You know, so I'm gonna go rap with them. So I went over there and rapped with them. Next thing you know, a couple years later, like Brandon stayed in his bag. Like he stayed wanting to do that. Now he rents out a venue and he goes and gets a building. He gets like 50 people to come, you know? But it's like still nonprofit, still the same people that did it, still the same people that started, still just moving. You know, it's same thing with Strictly Treat. Like, how do you guys do it? How do you guys? Bro, I swear we're just family members at this point. I don't know. It's been a lot of time we've been working. And it's just everybody's small circle gets big opportunities. If one person got a show at, you know, here, you know, they might need artists. Like, they're going to call you, you know? Like, you're on call. That's what it is. You're on call.
What's like the, I guess, smallest lead time you had? Like, does someone ever be like, hey, I got a show in like an hour. You want to come? Or is it like always like at least a couple days before?
Yeah, I need a couple days. I ain't got a car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if anyone ever tried to like get you last minute. Like,
I mean, I would definitely do it. I've had that happen, and I'm just like, you know, like even last night with Pittsburgh, first show of the tour, it didn't go as planned. You know, we didn't get to. We're supposed to perform at Club Insomnia. It didn't go that way. You know, Rugarone's, you know, family just canceled it. They wasn't feeling it. We were doing a little tribute for them, and we had to just mob out to Ohio. We just, hey, yo, we're not doing a show tonight. We're going to Ohio. So I was like, damn, and just like went out there. But you know, that's, you know,
gotta stay flexible, I guess. Like you said, you're on call.
Got to. It's just like that, you know. It's a good time though. I enjoy it.
I know a lot of artists too talk about how there's not too much money in streaming, just because they're not really paying that much when it comes to Spotify and iTunes and stuff. So, how does an artist make money in today's age? So I know shows and merch seem to be pretty big, but from your experience, where do you think the most money is when it comes to the music business?
I think the most money comes from, like you said, merch, and being real, like, in tune with, like, okay, paying attention to your fan base or what you have going on. Like, I know my image right now, I wanted to be known as, like I said, Retro Wiz Khalifa. That's who I look up to. And, like, I make T-shirts like everybody and stuff, but I'm looking into, like, lighters right now. Okay, people that smoke, you might not like my music, but you need a lighter, you know? And if it says Swiv, you're going to start resonating, hey, that Swiv dude smoke, you know? And that's just, like, you got to, gravitate towards the things that you want to see yourself. You know, you want to see, the picture is what you see, so how do you see what the people that you see did it, how they do it, you know? And it's just, like, I know that, you know, I'll make, you know, some ashtrays. You know, Flame's got the dog tags. He got, you know, he makes his own, like, burned-in shoes. And it's just like, you got to have your own swag. And I don't know. You know, it's It's kind of like, I think with this, you just kind of just, trying to just always stay at next step and just, just make something cool.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, like you said, kind of figure out what your ideal, we'll say, clientele or listener wants, and then kind of that portrays.
It's a hard question, man. It is, because it's like I be one day I made like some money, the next day I'm asking for a cigarette. Like I'm really like up and down. I just literally said like, okay, I got the like idea of like the motion and the keeping consistency with content. Now, how do I make it so I'm not struggling to eat, all the time? Like now, how do I make it like so I have some money?
How to make it profitable for sure.
Yeah, like I'm not right now. People like to laugh at me. My homie likes to laugh. He's like, "Hey man, stick with your hobby." I'm like, "Stop calling it a hobby, bro. Stop it." Like, but. It's right, that's what it is. I work at Taco Bell, like I'm trying as hard as I can, but it works.
Yeah, man, respect the hustle though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, when things aren't going well, how do you stay motivated and positive during those times?
I stay on good motivational TikTok reels and Instagram reels. That's all my stuff is. You go through it, it's just preaching to you all day, and then I watch podcasts all day. I watch you guys' podcasts. I watch Pittsburgh Chatter. I watch Dopest Yola. That's my favorite one. And I just sit there and bro, these people are happy. These people have like stuff going on every day. Like they are motivated. They're coming out with new stuff. So just pick up on them, listen to them. Like if you listen to good energy, it's going. Eventually you're gonna smile.
That's a good point.
Eventually you should smile. I don't know, or cry. But
maybe a little both.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, and you said you changed your name from when you first started. Now it's Swiv 400.
Yeah.
Why Swiv 400? What influenced that?
I thought Marky T was just funny. I was just a chubby. Like I was always like laughed at in school a little bit. Like not laughed at because I was always like cool, but it was just like I was just a little awkward. I was a lot awkward dude. So when I got into like getting my longer dreads back in the day, and I was just like doing my thing, and I was getting into partying a little bit. I had a story before, but long story short, female ended up calling me Swiv, and then I rode dirt bikes, and I rode 450s, and I was like, man, I'm not trying to like call myself, Swiv 450 and swear this and that. I liked Young Thug. I liked all these people, like and these. I like Bloods. I like stuff like that. I like these other guys, and it's just like I like these group aspects, and I was like, well, 400 sounds dope, and I was like, that's risky. Let's do it. And I was like,
why not, right?
I was like, you know what? Business. Let's go. I'm about to go crazy. And I did it, and then my life changed. But it was like, you know what? It's been awesome. And
I think I prefer the 400 over the 450.
Right. Ain't that sound like
that sounds
Swift 400,
man.
Yeah. That's the sound dope. Eventually, I think, once people understand, the 400 and know what I am and know what's going on with the 400, I think I'm just going to start, like, just call myself Swiv a lot, That's just like, just make Swiv shirts and Swiv stuff just because I want to get away from, I want to get people's attention. I said it like on the one podcast, man, I want to get people's attention. I want to draw them in. I want to teach them something a little bit, get their head moving. And then I want to like bring it back to like where we need to be, get out of the street, I'm on the curb. I'm not on the sidewalk with the nerd. I'm not in the streets with the boys trying to die. Like that's where I'm on curb. So.
I've never heard that. I like that.
That's my thing, baby. I'm trying.
Yeah, and I know hip hop. It's notorious for having a lot of beef. You ever get into a rap battle or any issues where you guys are like rapping at each other in songs?
Man, I don't like the rap battle because I can rap for, like on point, but I always that beef stuff, man. I'm so not for it. I'm like, you know what? Once I see that, once you start like dissing people and stuff, I'm like, oh no, I seen this go bad before. I don't even want to be there. I see you, and like, man, I'm out the way. I ain't doing that one. Nope. Y'all got that. Y'all can diss each other. I don't just want to rap.
That's smart, right? Yeah.
Well, like you said, keep that positive energy, right? You don't.
If you got positive energy around you, you ain't got to worry about getting. I don't want that. I don't want that for my career. I don't want to be on Sway in the morning or or stuff like that where there's just drama. I don't want that.
Yeah.
That's not how I want to see. I want, I'll do different podcasts. I'll do that, but them even No Jumper. I go to No Jumper actually, but it's just like. It's just drama. You go on there and it's drama, and their life is, it seems like a lot of hectic.
I think it's just like chaos sometimes.
Yeah,
No, it's good because, like you said, you're kind of, being more true to yourself, and that's not who you are. So
yeah.
I respect it, man.
One hand feeds the other, or whatever the saying is. That's what I'm saying. Like, even with the good and the bad, now I think about it, we might need some drama.
All right, who are we calling out on this podcast right now?
Anybody want beef, man? Let's go.
What do you have to say to Wiz right now?
Yeah, who wants to smoke?
Hey, bro, I ain't got no problems, bro. Let's go. That's the
If you could collab with anybody in the game right now,
Wiz
who would it
Khalifa.
be? Wiz Khalifa?
Yes. Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah, I want to work with him so bad, bro.
Have you ever tried to or reached out?
No, I want to try to, now that I'm trying to be in the city a little bit more. I want to try to get a hold of the people that are close to Taylor Gang or Chevy or anybody that's known for the city, and stuff like that, and being out here. And then that's been my goal. I just DM'd PGA Simba. He's just somebody that is out here moving, and he does a lot, and he interviewed Jazzo, the YouTuber, and there's just a lot of motion with him. So he's somebody from Pittsburgh. So I'm like, that's how you do it, man. You gotta talk to him, and he hit back, and you don't know what can happen now, So
yeah.
That's pretty lit.
Yeah, so it seems like this music game has a lot to do with networking, one of the most important parts of it.
And you gotta be a friendly person, and that's why I resonated so much with Wiz Khalifa. And honestly, that's the truth. It was the pothead stuff and it was the cool stuff, but it's you've seen Wiz, man. The dude is just a goofball. He just walks outside. He looks like a cartoon guy. He's just bro, why is he so happy? That's how you want to be. I want to be known for, bro, that motherfucker just be laughing and chilling. And whenever people see him, he got happy people with him. I ain't never seen a story of Wiz getting in a fight.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Unless he was doing his real boxing and stuff that he's doing.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. The positive energy is what really attracts you to certain artists versus others.
For sure.
So speaking of energy, when you were starting out and everything, did you notice a lot of support for the music, or do you think you received a lot of hate, or was it a mix?
It's just people just don't take it serious at first. Okay, you make music. That's even now. I'll be yeah, bro, I make music. And they'll be oh, that's nice. Now, play some music. And I'll play one of my songs, and they'll be wait a minute, is you? Mm. Oh, you actually make music? I'm
what, you didn't believe me?
What did you mean? Oh, I thought you were just saying maybe voice memos or that. No. Or I don't know, I'm SoundCloud rapper. I'm on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I was yeah, man, I make music. So, but people just don't take it serious at first. You gotta let them get comfortable. Let them, because that's uncomfortable for them. It's uncomfortable for you to be hey guys, this is what I'm doing now, and it's going.
Oh, for sure.
Now they're oh, wait a minute.
You don't have obviously you have a normal job too, but you got something above that or trying to be above that,
right.
Better life, and I feel like people do get a little uncomfortable with that.
So uncomfortable.
It's not so much jealousy, but it was envious that they.
Yeah, and they did, and even with Flames, bro, I've been friends with him for so long. There's times where I'm sitting beside him, I'm just bro, I want to ask him a question, but I don't want him to think I'm a weirdo. And it's just that's real. People be curious. They're curious about things. They want to know how you did it. They want to know how you do that stuff. They want to get in on it, but they don't want to be they don't want to be a bug to you or nothing like that. They don't want to come off as they're trying to keep that relationship good, but they don't want to keep their mouth shut and not get fed. So it's it's weird for them. It's uncomfortable. So I understand it.
Yeah, it makes sense. A lot of them too, right? They're not dreamers. They can't imagine doing something that big. So when they're just used to like, every day, just the typical 9 to 5, people get in that grind and then they kind of get blinders on. They can't look around. They can't think of, they can be one of those people that are big and
I be sitting there trying to talk to my people at work like that. Like I finally got my people at Taco Bell. People actually ask me all the time. They're like, how do you still work there? Like, bro, I can go to work, bro, and like I'm not trying to say too much because my boss might watch this, but it's like I get away with a lot of love at work. Like they just let me smoke, like they let me do my thing. But here's the thing: I do my job like really well. But that relationship's cool, and I'm also like, kind of coming off to these people of like, bro, I'm moving. Like I'm out here moving. I want you guys to like do it too. I'm like, when my manager's like into it. He likes some of my music. He's like, hey. My manager, Matt, he's cool as hell, but he just be like, bro, man, you don't want to do Taco Bell forever. Like, come on, come to the show. And he's busy, he got kids and stuff. He got a wife, he's moving up. Like, he a manager. Like, he gets paid way more than me, But it's like, like, I understand his logic, where his head is. Like, it's not that he's not a dreamer. He does a lot, it's just like, he just has he just doesn't have an outlet or different thing he's doing. He's focused on being a provider. His job is making sure, his kid can be a dreamer. He can't be a dreamer right now. He just
the whole family dynamic is different, right? You got responsibilities at that point. So
at that point, it's
a
just
lot
like,
harder.
He just like, man, I'm trying to get these bills paid, man. We could do it later. I just want to smoke with you and know I know the guy. I know him. It's like that's and it's up. But Matt's cool, man. Taco Bell, yeah. So.
How do you like Taco Bell, man? I worked at Wendy's for a year, and I hated it, honestly. The Wendy's.
We're going to Wendy's after this.
You going to Wendy's?
Yes.
What are you getting there?
I'm getting, I don't know, maybe a Dave's Double or something. I got a chicken, spicy chicken yesterday.
Yeah, they're pretty good, but not too much fun to work with, man. You get like burned.
I worked for Wendy's 3 times.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to work there no more.
What happened?
I've had 32 jobs.
32.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
You've been around the block.
Man,
you got some experiences, huh?
Just on the corner with it. No, I'm playing.
What was the worst job?
Oh man, I think factory jobs, working on like bottles.
Okay.
And just standing for like 10 hours twisting caps. That was terrible. I want no business with that. Like I'm falling asleep on the line and stuff. It was easy, but it's like.
Boring.
Bro, I'm gonna die in here. It might be the end.
That sounds monotonous.
Yeah, it just sounds like it was just old people and just like misery. Like, man, my wife stressing me out, and I gotta stay in here and twist these caps all night. Like, that's just like that's sad.
Is that better or worse to get burned by grease? Did you like work the grill 1 week or something?
Yeah, man. When I worked at Wendy's, I did the grill, and the grill guy, he does like everything. You're doing trash runs, you're cooking all the beef, you're getting burned by taking that spicy chicken sandwich he was talking about out of the air fryer.
Terrible.
Every time you open that up, you get a little splash.
Literally.
You're getting screamed at. Maybe it's just me getting yelled at because
no, I feel like there's always an issue, man. Because like it might not be your fault, but multiple people will obviously touch an order. And it might not be your fault, and they're like complaining to you. It's like he's over there not doing his job.
I don't do customer service, bro. I won't do it. Like I literally tell them like that's another thing I get away with at work. Like they're like, hey, you're a personal guy. Like why don't you do drive-through? Won't do it. Like I will not talk to people. I'm not messing with nobody's money. I will wash dishes and I will cook. Yeah. Like that's all I'm doing. I'll clean the floors. I'll be the best worker. I'm just not talking to customers, man. Like,
what about best job you've ever had?
Best job was a security officer for the oil fracking yard.
Okay,
that was awesome because I got to take my Xbox to work and I sat in a shack and I just
you like it one of those little booth things?
Yeah,
just chilling.
Yep, and I had no boss, nothing. It was just like, hey, bro, you're sitting in the shack. You got like a heater, you got a microwave in there, a fridge. Just check these cars in when they come in. Make sure they got like their license and stuff. They're supposed to be on the fracking yard, and just don't go to sleep. So I'm just in there just playing Xbox all day. I'm literally, oh, there they go, and I get up, run over there, and check them in, go back to playing Call of Duty. And getting paid like $16 an hour. It's pretty good just to sit there.
Yeah, it's not that bad at all.
Nah, I was chilling.
So I'm guessing the goal, though, you want to eventually transition into doing music full time, right?
Yeah, man. I want to transfer into doing something full time, like just entertainment, like even acting, podcasts, like more often, like my own podcast, like figuring it out, like and just doing like my own thing. Cause I watch so many podcasts, bro. But I just want to do like not work, like not cooking anymore, like not that stuff. Once I get like on that wave, I'll be great, like that. But that's the main goal. I just gotta figure out how to make money, and I'm also a person that has no fear of like what's gonna be like when the money run out. Like I don't care. Like I've been like in that position. I moved to South Carolina with like $100 and like a one-way ticket. So it's like, yeah, I got that.
Used to that.
Yeah, like I was just like, hey, once we're there, we gotta figure it out. Like we can't like technically.
That's a hell of an attitude.
I'm just like, wait, like I get what it looked like, but listen, once we there and we can't leave, what do? I guess you're there. So it's like, figure it out. And I didn't sleep on the street one time. So I stayed there for a while. So
what did you do? Like, what would you do if you had $100 right now? How would you start back up? Or how you did before when you went to South Carolina?
I'm irresponsible, bro. I'm going to get some weed, and then I'm going to go probably tell my friends, like, yo, I got some gas money. You want to go do something? I'm like, you want to go somewhere? And I'll put 40 in their tank and probably go to, like, Virginia Beach or something and figure out what we're going to do. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, listen, once we get to the beach, we can stop at a Waffle House. You can pay for, like, half the meal, and then we could just talk to people and see what they doing. And then and we can play, fake the funk. I might text Ma Dukes a couple of times like, hey, Mom, send me a dub real quick so I can go and talk to him because he wants to do this. And then next thing you know, I'm living with Jamaicans. And I'm staying out in South Carolina in a cottage. It's lit.
Yeah, see, it all goes back to networking, though, right? You go there, you start talking to people, and then you figure something out. A lot of people are scared to open their mouth and talk.
Man. My mom will tell you, since I was like a little kid, bro, we going in the family video and the grown folks are like, hey, what's up, Marcus? And she's like, how do you know my son? And he be talking to everybody and talks to everyone.
What advice would you give to somebody that wants to be in the music game, but they're an introvert and they have trouble talking to people and stuff, but they're really passionate and good at making music?
Flood your Instagram, flood your Facebook. Like, you don't have to talk to these people. Like, you don't have to. You can send it to them. Like, you can literally, I get people all the time like, bro, I don't like that you just, tag me and everything. I'm like, well, block me. Like, I don't know. That's what it's there for. I'm going to send it to you. And you're going to see it.
So you can communicate just maybe if you don't want to personally talk to them.
You don't have to personally talk. You can message them. You can send your stuff out on social media. That's what it's there for. You're an introvert. You don't got to talk to them. Go and do that. You ain't got to go on live. Go and do that, and just and push that. You can pay for ads, and then you can pay to push it even more. You can pay for your stuff to be forced down their throat. So it's like, it's just like, man, do that, if that's what it is. And then once you get your fan base and you get the recognition and the love you needed, then step out and be like, okay, I'm ready to talk a little bit, And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you ain't scared of it, and then you're just talking to everybody.
Like, smart, yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does, yeah.
So as somebody that was new in the music game, they came up to you and they're like, okay, I really want that Swiv 400 feature. How would they go about asking you where you'd be more inclined to do that for them?
Man, I'm always available, man. Like I said, I'm on weekend rock star, weekday, middle class millionaire. So in my head, I just say, I don't really know. Hold up, what did we just say? I'm sorry.
You're good. If somebody was new, say they didn't have much of a following or anything, and they wanted you as a feature on their song, how's the best way to approach you for that?
Just come hit me up with some good energy and send me your song or talk to me. I have my features, priced now, just like I do like $50 hooks and then like, $100 verse. Just because, it's just, and it sounded like I didn't know how to price, like how to like charge somebody for like my work, you know, and that's kind of a weird thing to be sitting back where you can buy everybody's things and then you're like, oh yeah, when it's mine, like, oh, it's kind of too much to, you know, ask for. It's kind of a weird position to be in, but after a while I got over that and I was just like, you know, it's $100 for a verse, whatever, and then, you know, you just gotta stand on it and it works out, you know, but I just I really don't even care about the money. I just want to get to the studio, you know. I go $100 a session, you know. It's $100 an hour. Give me $100. I'll lay your verse down, and I'll get me a song done because I can do 2 songs in an hour. And everybody wins.
That's not bad either. Like, that's nothing crazy.
You got a song for me, $100. I get the studio session. We can bump it out. Boom. I send it back to you. It's not my song. I ain't even got the file. If you want to send it to me, cool. And then everybody wins. Like, you know, that should work. I think, you know, I didn't see where the conflict could be with that one.
Yeah.
But then, you know, you get people that just don't want to invest in that. You know, I know people that will brag about money all day. Mm-hmm. Oh man, you know, we about to get an Airbnb. We're about to do this, and that. They're like, oh yeah. He's like, but let me get a feature. I'll be like, let me get 100. Oh, you gonna charge me? I'm like, damn, for real? Like,
yeah, I mean, it takes your time, and I think it's a good way to filter out who's serious or not, right? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like, let me get the feature and stuff, but then they never even really make the song.
You already know.
Yeah, so they paid $100, they're going to be more inclined to actually make that song and put it out.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
So how'd you get connected with Mike Hitt at MCM Studios?
I was probably 15. Yeah, I was 15 years old. My mom was, again, looking for just a place that she could send her son that said that wanted to do music without getting clowned. Like, it wasn't, like, again, like, I don't want people to take it the wrong way, like it's some soft stuff, like my mom was babying me. It was just more so like, she didn't know if I was going to be trash. Like, she didn't know if I was going to be just terrible. Like, it was just she didn't want me to go to some, you know, ghetto raggedy studio where the producers smoking blunts and like, hey bro, you're trash, you know, don't ever rap again, you know. You know, like, and just kill kid confidence. So she linked me up with Mike Hitt, and you know, although my dude smoke weed, hey, big love, you know, my dog.
But it's energy, man. I feel like you got the vibe in there.
Oh man, bro, big Gemini stuff, man, big Gemini, man. I'm trying to tell you, but no, me and him linked up, and he was just from the rip. I was like, bro, you remind me of a brother. Like, oh man, like he gravitated like just towards like me being a youngin', and he was like, no, like you got it. It's time. Like, no, you are one of them. Once you perfect it, once you get it in, like, no, you gonna have it, man. I'm telling you. And he's like, nowadays he'll comment now, and he's like, dang, man, they just had to listen. Look what you're doing now. I'm just be laughing, bro. It's like, bro, I've known you for a long time. That's kind of crazy. Like,
yeah, man. So what's the best piece of advice you ever got from Hitt?
We talk so much, man.
A lot, I'm sure.
I
right?
know that with him, that middle class millionaire, I think, man, I said it to him the other day. He posted some on Facebook, and he said something like, you know, as morbid as it is, he's like, if I were to pass away right now, what would you remember? I said, middle class millionaire, man. Like, you know, just you already a millionaire, bro. They just ain't let you drive the car yet. You know, you got a driver right now. I don't know. You just think about it different. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
that mind frame of it.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, he definitely do that, man. One thing I always noticed with him was like, I remember one of the biggest things that caught my eye about Mike was, we was recording, and I looked up to him like, bro, I was just in like this studio that looked like commercial, like, you know, like I'm just a kid, like, bro, this looks like what rappers do. So I was like, and then he's with somebody I listen to on a regular basis. He's with Dizzy Wright in the same chair that I was just in. I'm like, I know that guy. I'm like, bro, you're with it. Mike's still pulling up to work in a Saturn, you know, like in a regular car, you know, like, what's up, buddy? Playing, you know, disc golf and frisbee golf.
And, disc golf,
yeah. And it's just like, this guy is really a middle class millionaire. Like, he really don't care about driving a Bentley and stuff. I mean, I'm sure he would, you know. But I'm just saying, you know, it's just like, it's not the main focus, and he's like big on like trying to let you know that, like, bro, like, come on, man. If that, he'll tell me like one time, like I've been in there and like been too messed up. He's like, hey, bro, it's not your day, bro. Go home. Like, it's not the image. It's not whatever. It's not what you're trying to do. Just go home, bro. It's not. And he's just trying to let you know, like, I really like music, and if you're not doing music, then don't do music, you know. And they'll tell you in the nicest way, like, but yeah.
Let's try again tomorrow, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, you gotta go camping with Hit sometimes. That's
bro, I'm trying to.
That's a lot of inspiration. You learn a lot from him when you're around the fire. Yeah, I've been camping with him a few times.
Lucky guys.
I haven't went, but
I've only had the privilege, right?
Yeah, George is the lucky one.
Man, I'm sure camping with him is crazy.
It's fun, man. Yeah,
Man,
you learn a lot.
He's energetic, bro.
Yeah.
You guys go on walks?
Yeah, walks and talks.
Yeah, bro.
Lots of cooking, man. He can cook good too.
For real?
Yeah, he's a good chef.
Man,
He'll chef
man.
something up good.
Mike, what's up? I need to go. Let me go.
So Swiv, for people watching here at home, why should they listen to Swiv 400?
Man, you should listen to me because I'm like your ghetto therapist. You know,
Right.
I just want to sit there. I don't want to be your role model. I don't want to do too much. I don't want all that expectation, all that privilege of that. I just want you to enjoy me, resonate with me, kick back, and when it's too hard, I stand in the rain with you. That's about it. I can't give you the shirt off my back, but I stand in the rain with you and get wet.
I love that. Yeah, Then just for closing thoughts, what's one piece of advice that you think's the most important that you would give to a new artist starting out?
Boy, be yourself and settle down. Settle down. I'm Unc now. I'm a big Unc. Yeah. Man, settle down. It's not that serious. Y'all need, like, I know I'm hype. Like, I'm. That's not what I mean. Like, just settle down. Like, you don't need to have a pistol. You don't need to have Balenciagas. You don't need to do none of that. Go and get you a wife beater and some camo shorts and some Chuck Taylors maybe, and just rap. And go hard, but.
Like, and then for anybody that wants to find your music, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, you can find my music everywhere, man. YouTube, Apple Music, you know, Instagram, you know, TikTok, just Swiv 400, SWIV, and 400. On Instagram is Swiv_400, and on Facebook is only where it's different. It's Swiv Townsend, but it's just that's my personal, you know.
Sure.
If you're on a Facebook, you the fan. So.
And you have a new EP too.
Yeah, Sincerely wrote the EP, man. Project I just dropped after I got released and from jail. So it's the new project. Right now we're working on something new, you know, and we got Flames featured on it, and we got a lot of stuff coming. So
All right,
check 'em
guys,
out.
make
Yeah.
sure to check out Swiv 400. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Yeah, we
for
appreciate
sure,
it, man.
I love it. Thank you so
All right.
much, bro.
And that ends this episode of Greedy Pig Podcast.
Yeah.